Hello everyone, this is Jay from BroGaming TCG, and today we are looking at something that is going to amaze you. So basically, I was in the midst of creating the Trevenant Garbodor deck for you guys, trying to get it all worked out for the Road to Worlds, and today I got this. So I got the Trevenant Garbodor deck all worked out, and then bam, went into my first match. This is my very first match that I've ever played with this deck. Started off with a terrible hand. This game is hilarious, and that's why I kind of wanted to show you guys. It's kind of on the basis of never giving up, even in the downest of moments. So I go ahead, play Trubbish, which, hint, Trubbish is a freaking amazing. I know that a lot of people like the Breakpoint Trevenant, Breakpoint Trubbish, but I enjoy this Trubbish a lot more just because of its denial, its mill ability. So I go ahead, attach that energy, pass it to my opponent, hoping for an in. I have a terrible hand. There's nothing in my hand that I can possibly use to get out of this situation. Little backstory on this. Actually, I go and look at my deck, wondering why I didn't have any draw power or search power. It's because I didn't add any Ultra Balls into this deck. Nest Balls or Level Balls. None of them into the deck. Nothing. Now I do have some draw power, but I have left out Shaman for a reason because this is a budget deck. So Shaman obviously isn't in a budget deck. You could put Octillery in here though, or a Rungaroo. Either one will work. But for me, I do not play that. I just play some draw supporters. So anyways, going back to the game, he starts to go off on this turn, gets his hand down to 1, gets a freaking Shaman on the bench already, has Forest of Giant Plants down, 4 cards on his bench now, Ultra Balls again, searches, I believe, for a Lurantis here. Let's wait and see here. It takes him quite a while to decide what he's actually going to do. Anyways, there's also another reason why I didn't speed this up. If you guys didn't know, I usually speed up some of my videos. Actually, he searches for a Shinotic, but I speed up a lot of these videos, mostly to condense file size, but I also like the time lapse. I'm not a person who sits down and watches a 20-minute Pokemon TCG online battle. So I always like to speed it up for you guys. Leave your suggestion in the comment section below if you enjoy real-time play, or if you guys enjoy the sped up versions, because some of these matches sped up are like 6 minutes long, but in real time they're like 20, 21, 22 minutes long. Anyways, back to the game here. I just go ahead and all I can do is mill the top card of his deck. I do get a Lurantis milled off, which is great, but he's just going to Illuminate for a Lurantis and get his second Lurantis of the game down. So there's 1 Lurantis in his bench, 2 now going to be on the bench, and maybe 1 prized. Who knows? Could be in his deck. I don't think it's in his deck. I do think that his 4th Lurantis was prized. But I'm just going to go ahead and Field Blower. Why? Because there was nothing else that I could possibly do, and I wanted to do something other than just mill the top card off of his deck this turn. So go ahead and mill the top card off, and boom, it's an Oddish. Not the greatest mill, but still a good mill, not allowing him to set up. I've got one of his Oddishes in the grave, so he's only going to be able to set up 1 Vileplume now, because most Lurantis decks usually play a 2-2-2 line of Vileplume, but this guy actually has an extra Oddish. Wow, just bit my words there a little bit, but so he's probably playing a 3-3-3 line, which would be odd. He may be playing a 3-2-3 line, but I go ahead, attach the Floatstone to my other Trubbish just in case I actually maybe get a Garbodor in this match. Go ahead, I mill that Floatstone off, which is awesome for me because now he can't retreat his Gloom, but he went ahead and Sycamore, and his Sycamore brings his second Floatstone into his hand, which sucked for me. So that was really disappointing for me. Right here is where I actually thought about conceding the game, but I didn't. I don't like to concede unless I don't see any possible win conditions. At this point, I really didn't see a possible win condition, but I was kind of thinking to myself, if I get a Garbodor out, he already has a lot of item cards in the discard pile. And all you need is 9 item cards to knock out anything in the game right now. So he's already got 5 item cards in the discard pile, which is putting my Garbodor at a pretty powerful point, even in the mid-game. So I go ahead, I top deck a Lysander, which saves my butt, and it allows me to draw out that Shiinotic. That Shiinotic is a 2 retreat cost. Now, I do have a Team Flare Gun in my hand, but unfortunately, Vileplume is out on the field, so I won't be able to First Seeker it back. So I'm hoping that he doesn't have any other energy in his hand, and hoping to stall this game out some more, because all I'm drawing is Trubbish. So anyways, go ahead, I slump off, boom, into the discard pile, and I mill in energy, which is awesome. So that energy mill right there was a great thing. Anyways, I draw into another psychic energy, and I just go ahead and attach it to my Trubbish with the float stone on it. And here is kind of where I'm seeing a possible win condition. If I can get turns with him not being able to draw into anything, I'm good. I actually mill off a supporter, which is very good. And once again, he just passes his turn. So there's 2 turns in a row that I have been able to that he just passes his turn because he can't do anything, which is awesome. Anyways, I draw into the double colorless and decide to leave it off because milling is more important right now. I mill another energy. This is getting to be extremely lucky. Now, he passes again, and I get Fan Thrump. So I'm like, okay, now this is a really good time. He's got a decent hand. If I can get a Trevenant, I have Switch in my hand, but I'm unable to use it. Somehow, some way, I can get that Trevenant out. He's only taking 1 prize card if he does knock out my Trubbish, which is awesome. He Sycamores here, which now puts me in a position to use Garbodor in the match because he has more than 9 item cards in the discard pile at this point. So I draw into a Trainer's Mail, which obviously sucks for me because I can't use it. If I could use it, maybe I would have gotten out of this terrible hand that I have been dealt and that he has continually kept me with. So I mill off a Lysander, which is okay. I mean, it allows me not to get switched out on anything, but his Shiinotic's going to get 2 grass energy on it, and he's going to be able to pull out that Lurantis, which is unfortunate because now my dear Trubbish is going to go away. He fought valiantly, and thou, his brother, will redeem him because I am about to promote another Trubbish to it. Because if I promoted Fan Thrump, I could have gotten Trevenant. But now he's really low on cards. He's single digits at this point. So I see my win condition as just being able to mill off some cards. Because I still have 6 prize cards at this point, and he has 5. So there is a very likely situation that he will not be able to knock out enough Pokemon that to win him the game. And his win condition now is knocking out enough Pokemon before I mill him out of the game. He's going to go ahead, attach 1 energy to his Lurantis and another one to his Lurantis on his bench. Mistake. Because I draw Team Rocket's handiwork, and I get the double heads. There is going to win me the game. I go ahead, I just slump off just to be shoving in his face. It's going to give me the victory. Anyways, guys, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It was a fun video to be able to make. I was laughing the entire time during this. It was hilarious to see me win with just Trubbish. So obviously this Trubbish is a tier 1 S tier card, obviously. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and click that like button. And if you are new to the channel, we welcome you. We just hit 100 subscribers, which is awesome. I want to thank every single one of you. And don't worry, we are going to be making a video on the 100 subscribers. Anyways, guys, thank you all for subscribing, and don't forget, trainers, this has been Jay from BroGaming. Always keep on battling and always pursue your dream.